Gemini, go get something to sip on. We about to get into your May 2021. Everything from wine to alkaline water. You already know, right? Just some good old vodka seltzer for me. Gemini, I wrote down some notes. So let me just, before we even crank these cards, get these cards going, let's talk. Your May 2021, right? Gemini, I feel like in May, you're going to be realizing and seeing past the superficial. That's the first thing I wrote. It's so funny because for some reason, when I was kind of preparing or, thinking about doing you guys' reading, I heard Saweetie's song Back to the Streets. And it was so funny to me because I didn't take it in a literal sense, like, you getting rid of a nigga throwing them back to the streets, like you getting rid of a bitch throwing her back to the streets. Not, I feel like it's more of a thing where things that just didn't work, you're just ready to trash it. Like you're ready to just throw it back. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just ready to throw it back. Also, when I thought about Saweetie, I felt like, her exterior is what gets people, right? Like, damn, she's so bad. And this is why I said, like, you're seeing past the superficial. Like, maybe once upon a time you looked at something and from the outside it was the most beautiful thing ever. But once you started to get to unravel that and open that package, you noticed that it wasn't as all beautiful as you thought. And I feel like that's what May is going to be. It's going to be those realizations about you things not being as great as you thought that they would be. I also feel like there's a lot of reflecting that's going to be going on this month for you, Gemini, like kind of looking back at the past, looking at past situations, and kind of even laughing to yourself. You may have like conversations, it could be like phone conversations, just like, maybe a conversation with a couple of friends, like if you get together again, could just be a phone conversation. But I feel like a lot of conversing, small intimate levels of conversing, but a lot of conversing about just like, I can't believe I was a part of that bullshit. Can you believe I did that? Can you believe I tried that? Can you believe, like, it's going to be those kind of conversations where you're kind of looking back and kind of thinking about the things that weren't good for you and how you feel like you understand it so much so that this is why your life feels different now. Okay, then I heard, what else did I write down? Those conversations, back to that, it's like shit that kind of could have jeopardized your stability, maybe even jeopardize your stability at once. Just really looking back at those things and really seeing how those things could have really affected your growth on a whole, on a larger scale, right? I also wrote down that you're ahead of the retrograde. Okay. So again, Mercury is your planet, right? And Mercury is actually in your sign now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Mercury's in Gemini right now. And the Mercury retrograde is going to be toward the end of the month, May 29th, I think I wrote down. Yeah, also a lunar eclipse is going to be popping. So I feel like when I said you're ahead of the retrograde, Gemini, I feel like a lot of the things that the retrograde brings up, like I feel like you're already contemplating those things now. You know what I'm saying? You're already reevaluating and looking back at certain shit now. So this is what I mean, that you're ahead of the retrograde. So when it finally does come, you know how other people go crazy about the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde? I don't feel like you're going to be going through that at all. I feel like this is where for you resolutions are going to be revealed. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to really start to get the answers to certain questions because again, I feel like you're already ahead of the game. I feel like you're going to be no longer affected by someone's presence or their absence. I wrote that down. Understanding that overthinking can get in your own way. Compromise should not be forced. I said letting bygones be bygones, having some accountability. And I also wrote down here expectations. So that's the thing. I feel like Gemini, sometimes you can have a certain level of expectations. And when it does not go that way, it can kind of put you in your feels because, again, you try or you strive to do the right thing by folks, right? Or you try, you know what I'm saying? And it's like when you see that that's not given back to you, it kind of puts you in a place where it's like, well, what the fuck? Why not? But that's the thing. Like, we can't put expectations on anything in this life, to be honest. Right, Gemini? Let's see. May 2021 for Gemini. That was a lot, right? I know. I wrote down a lot of shit for y'all. I'm sorry. May 2021 for Gemini. Queen of Swords. First card out. I feel like cutting out the bullshit, right? Cutting out the bullshit. I feel like you only want to deal with people that are completely authentic, people who are genuine, people where you don't have to try to dissect or figure shit out. I feel like you're on the path, or right now, you're on this wavelength where it's like you only want to deal with facts. You only want to deal with real shit. Judgment, yeah. Yeah, and straight like that. Straight like that. Because again, it's like, I feel like there's been so many life experiences, Gemini, where I feel like you didn't cut people off automatically, or it's like you gave people the benefit of the doubt, right? But in giving them the benefit of the doubt, you still stuck around to still receive the same treatment. So I feel like now it's just like that shit is done. Like, this is the final judgment. Just, this is it. This is it. Like, I feel like if you're cutting anybody off right now, Gemini, it's not one of those back and forth type of situations. Like, you're really ready to let bygones be bygones. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, look at you showing up. The Lovers. The Lovers, right? Your card, Gemini. So yeah, this is deep. This is like you making a decision about somebody that you were really, really, really involved with. Like, you really had a really deep connection with this person. You know what I mean? Like, you really had a deep connection with this person. And I just feel like I really didn't want that card, but I'll take it because I don't like how it came out. And it makes sense. It's this fucking Seven of Swords. Wow, Gemini. I want to talk about that Seven of Swords. You give me 1 second. I just want to see what else comes out for you guys. All right, one fell. Chariot on the bottom. Let's see what that was. I'm trying to get down here in a way that it's not going to knock everything over. Hold on. Okay, got it. Ooh, I'm happy I picked that up. Hi. Nine of Pentacles. All right, hold on. Let's get ourselves re-established, shall we? All right. Lovers with this Seven of Swords. Let's talk about that. I feel like there was a situation in the past, Gemini, where someone always came off like they just were not authentic, that they just were, it was always some bullshit with them, or they were always trying to, like, you just felt an air of deception with this person. I feel like you felt the air of deception with this person. So I feel like you really had to come up with a way to strategize to really unlink yourself from this person, right? Really just be on your own. Nine of Pentacles, right? Really being self-sufficient, having that level of self-confidence, knowing that what you have built, the time and effort that you have spent to build a certain lifestyle around you, or just to build just that certain stability around yourself, it's like, I'm really not into the idea of going back to situations where it can put that in jeopardy, right? And with the Chariot on the bottom of the deck, you're definitely moving forward, Gemini. You are moving forward, all right? You are moving forward. Because even it just, you know what? I'm just going to say it. Because it almost feels like someone doesn't like to see you doing well. What the fuck? Like, someone doesn't like to see you doing well. And it's a shame, like Gemini, you'll find yourself in those kind of situations, like the people that you feel like you're closest to, or that the people that you feel like you had the closest bond to, or the people that you expected not to do a certain thing or act a certain way. Those be the main motherfuckers at the end of the day. Gemini. Tell me more about Gemini, please. Ooh. Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles. I like it. Alright, let's stop there because a bunch of shit just popped out that I wasn't really here for. Alright. Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles, right? Wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. You are so excited, so happy. You feel so blessed that you were granted another opportunity to start again. Like, because my thing is, whatever happened in the past, like, I feel like it was a bullshit past situation that you dealt with, Gemini, right? That you had to cut out, really make that firm decision, to make the choice, to find a way to strategically come up with a way to really showcase your independence, or really just let motherfuckers know that I've done all this on my own. So why at the end of the day do you think that I even need you? Huh? So again, this Nine of Cups with this Page of Pentacles is just being so grateful, so just it was your wish to be able to be granted these new seeds to sow, these new seeds to plant, these new ideas that are going to really create that level of stability, or continue to build on what you've already created for yourself, which is beautiful. But then look, you got the Two of Pentacles here with the Seven of Cups, right? Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and also the Death card here. So Gemini, this is now that you have this new opportunity, or now that you have this new vision, this new plan on how you can make things more stable for your life, for your family, for you. It's like now, are you going to decide to be real with yourself, take some accountability, right? Take some accountability. Are you going to decide to be all the way real with yourself? Or are you going to continue to live in this fantasy world where, you can always shift the blame on someone else? No fucking shade, okay? Because I know you just was like, but Gemini, I don't mean it like that, right? Because with the Death card here, it's a beautiful thing, because that's the end of confusion. I feel like with the Seven of Cups to the Death card, that's the end of this fucking confusing bullshit. Like, with whatever it was that you couldn't figure out, like, I feel like you're just willing to just say, let's just let bygones be bygones. You're not even dealing with that, because you're transforming, Gemini, into your greatest self, right? Into that fucking Queen of Swords that doesn't really have time to deal with anybody that's not authentic, that's not keeping it 100. So, fucking bomb, right? And I love that the Ten of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. Yes, Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck, because it's the end of that shit. Double confirmation that is the end of it. The end of you trying to figure out other people's bullshit, Gemini, because it's not your place. And the end of you trying to figure out shit that happened that you can't do nothing about at this point, and just letting bygones be bygones. Understanding that certain shit just needs to be thrown in the trash, just scrapped all together, and, a new plan or new idea can begin to surface. But really just making that decision that you are ready to just step into the reality of, if anything, the reality of it all, and just being super real true to yourself, whoever else. Gemini, I love you. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Info about the candles, info about personal readings, info about how you can follow me on all my social media platforms will be in the description box, my loves. All right? I love y'all so much. Bye, Gemini.